This week we have a double parsha, both matos and maasei. The Dvar Torah this week will be on the second parsha, maasei. Towards the end of the parsha, it talks about the daughters of Tzlafchad once again. You may remember, a couple of weeks ago, we had the story of the daughters of Tzlafchad. Tzlafchad had died with no male descendants. The question was, where did his inheritance in the land of Israel go to? Should it stay within the tribe, meaning to other people in the tribe, or should his daughters get it? The daughters of Tzlafchad approached Moshe and asked him what the halacha was, what the judgment should be. Should they get the inheritance even though there was no male, and since there was no male inheritors? And Moshe asked Hashem, and Hashem said that the daughters of Tzlafchad would get the inheritance of their father in the land of Israel. In this week's parsha, or actually parshas, we find the sequel of that story. The sequel of that story was that the members of the tribe that Tzlafchad was part of approached Moshe and said that it's unfair that the land of Tzlafchad, which was part of the collective tribe, should go from one tribe to the next, meaning that the daughters of Tzlafchad would marry other men, perhaps from other tribes. And what would end up happening is that as they would when they would marry those men, they would have their own families, obviously, and the children of that family would be part of another tribe, not their father's tribe, not Tzlafchad's tribe, and therefore the inheritance would move from tribe to tribe. Now, the land of Israel was apportioned in 12 portions. Each tribe got their own portion. If they were to allow this, parcels of land within each tribe would switch from tribe to tribe. And that seemed to be unfair to the tribe of Tzlafchad. That's what they told Moshe. Moshe responded this time by saying that the daughters of Tzlafchad should only marry within their own tribe. That way, the inheritance of Tzlafchad, which was part of Tzlafchad's tribe, would not move away from his tribe. It would always stay there because they would marry people from that tribe. Tzlafchad's daughters were married people from that tribe. The question that comes up is like this. The daughters of Tzlafchad, when they approached Moshe originally, they were not married. And they only got married after the age of 40. Now the Gemara in Bava Basra says, 112b, says that if a woman gets married for the first time after the age of 40, she will not have children. So the question is that the daughters of Tzlafchad only got married after the age of 40 and were not able to have children. The halacha is that if a woman dies without any children, the inheritance that she got from her family goes back to her own tribe. So if that's the case, then why was there any danger of the parcel of land that they had inherited from their father to move from tribe to tribe? It would always stay with their tribe because they would never have any kids. They were over the age of 40. So the Gemara actually says that the daughters of Tzlafchad, because of their great righteousness, merited a miracle, and they were able to have children in the end. But you have to remember that at this point in the story where they're about to get married, and the people of their tribe say to Moshe that they don't want the daughters of Tzlafchad to get married out of the tribe. Even at this point, they weren't married yet. They were planning on getting married, but still the Torah tells them to only get married within the tribe. So the commentators explain that even though without the miracle they would not have had children, and therefore there'd be no danger, this was advice to them that they should not marry out of the tribe, because you never know. Even though technically, medically, according to the Gemara, it's not possible to have children if you get married over the age of 40, but a miracle could happen, as a miracle did happen. I just want to end off with a question. The Torah says, the beginning of parshas matos, I should say the middle of parshas maasei, says that we should not take any money in exchange for a person who deserves the death penalty. If a person deserves the death penalty for killing another man, We shouldn't be bribed. We shouldn't be swayed by money. There's no exchange of money that will replace the death penalty. And the obvious question is very simple. We never see the Torah saying that if a person deserves lashes, don't take money instead of the lashes, warning us not to exchange a penalty divvied out by the Jewish court, and instead of giving the punishment, take money. Torah seems never to be worried about this. The only time the Torah seems to be worried about this is by when a person murders someone else and deserves a death penalty. The question is, why over here specifically does the Torah warn us, don't take any exchange. There's no exchange for the death penalty. Don't accept money in exchange for the death penalty. If someone deserves a death penalty for killing someone, give it to him. Why warn us? As opposed to everywhere else where there are punishments. Have a good Shabbos.